5 free plays for Wednesday coming right up. Have some big game twos in the first round of the NBA playoffs, not to mention full slate of MLB, which includes some day games. I'm going to be at Yankees Guardians, so it should be a fun day for yours truly, especially since I have my very first 5% max bet of the MLB season going today. I'll be talking more about that in just a couple minutes. But first, let's talk about that game I'm going to. Yankees Guardians 110 Eastern at Progressive Field. On today's edition of the Morning Wager, I told you to bet the under because that's what I always do when I go to these day games. But upon further review, I also like the Guardians plus half a run in the first 5 innings. Luis L. Ortiz, he's pitched well for the Guards this season. Starting today, he's allowed 3 runs or fewer in 3 consecutive starts. Just 3 runs total his last 2 starts with 18 strikeouts in 10 2/3 innings pitched. This Yankees lineup, guys, yeah, it's near the top of baseball in runs scored, but that's because they did a lot of damage in those first 5 games. Incredibly, 14 of the last 20 games, the Yankees have scored 4 runs or less, including the first 2 of this series. And by the way, the Guardians going for a sweep this afternoon, trying to gain a measure of revenge for last year's ALCS loss. Yes, Yanks starter Carlos Rodon tossed 6 shutout innings his last time out, and he has good career numbers for Cleveland. That's part of the reason I like the under as well. But I don't think the home team's going to score a ton this afternoon. They're going to be at least even after 5 innings. Guards plus half a run in the first 5. Let's now move to Fenway Park, where the Red Sox host the Mariners, 6:40 Eastern. Total for this game has already moved from 9.5 to 10. I agree with that move. I would bet the over, though only at 10 or lower. Would not play this at 10.5. Red Sox broke out the bats last night for an 8-3 win over the M's. Seattle pitching, it's never as good on the road as it is at home. Tonight's starter Emerson Hancock, well, quite frankly, he's never very good wherever he pitches. Both of his starts this far have flown over the total. You go back to the end of last season, Hancock's last 5 starts have all gone over. Back on March 31st, he gave up 6 runs, did not get out of the first inning. Boston started for Wednesday, Sean Newcomb. He had a similar blow up earlier this year, allowed 6 runs in a start versus the White Sox 2 weeks ago. The White Sox, for crying out loud. This total's high for a reason, just like Rangers A's last night. That was a high total that went over. This one does too. Bet the over. Red Sox Mariners. Next, Toronto Houston, 7:40 Eastern. Astros looking to win 3 straight games for the first time this season. Guys, Toronto might be bad. They've been outscored 12-1 in the first 2 games of the series. They've lost 4 straight overall and have scored more than 4 runs just once in their last 8 games. Not seeing a huge edge in starting pitching for Houston tonight. Houston's going with Ryan Gusto, but note Toronto's Bowden Francis. He's got a 6.50 expected ERA, so he's likely due for some regression. But where the Astros really shine, guys, is the bullpen. Their relievers have a 2.72 ERA this season. That's 4th best in baseball. Includes a lights out 1.45 the last 10 games. So back to Stros around minus 115 on the money line, 7:40 Eastern on MLB Network. How about a late night game? Rangers versus Athletics, 10:05 Eastern in Sacramento. I cashed it over with these 2 teams yesterday. You got that for free if you watch the Power 5. Today, I like the Rangers, money line, around minus 110. They're the better team here, simply put. The one concern you have with Texas is their ability to score runs, but as we saw last night, it's probably not going to be a problem this week in this hitter-friendly ballpark where the A's are just 2-8, by the way. Price too cheap here on the vastly superior ball club. All right, so I mentioned it earlier. I do have my very first 5% max bet of the MLB season going tonight. This past Saturday, I cashed my very first 5% max bet of the NBA season, T-Wolves over Lakers in Game 1. What a win that was. Needless to say, I'm not making you wait nearly as deep in the MLB season to cash a 5% play. These 5% plays, even though this is my second one in less than a week, pretty rare. I'm 9-4 with them in 2025. That's all sports. Includes Ohio State over Oregon in the Rose Bowl, Eagles first half in the Super Bowl, not to mention that one we just had with the T-Wolves on Saturday. Overall, it's been a great last 2 months for yours truly. You guys know that. 80-54 all sports run, up 63.5 units. Again, 80-54 all sports run. Coming off a 3-1 Tuesday, thanks to all that joined me for my $5 best bet yesterday on Manchester United. Still number 1 in soccer the last 365 days. But today, again, all about MLB. Very first 5% max bet of the season. It is a total, and I'm 9-2 with MLB totals so far this season. That includes 2-0 last night as I cashed the under in Phillies Mets, not to mention the over in Rangers Athletics. WT.buzz/BP is where you go to get the 5% selection. Now, your best option to take advantage of that 3-day morning wager special. My morning wager co-host, Mark Zinno, and I are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of our show by offering you all of our selections for the next 3 days for just $69. That's every play from the both of us for just $69 for the next 3 days. That the 5% max bet, guys, is going to cost you $35 by itself. For just $34 more, you can get 3 full days of picks from 2 handicappers. That's the route I would go. All right, enough self-promotion. How about some NBA? On today's edition of the Morning Wager, our best bet was the over 203.5 in Warriors Rockets. Here, I'm going to tell you to also bet Rockets team total over 103.5. Similar to last night with the Bucks, who we said to play the team total over, and it hit. The Rockets likely to improve their dismal Game 1 shooting. Certainly can't get any worse. They were 39% overall from the field in the series opener, just 20.7% from 3. Only one time all season have the Rockets been held below 100 points in back-to-back games. The last 6 times they've been held below 100, they've come back and scored at least 111 the next time out. So that's Rockets team total over 103.5. Recap time here on the Power 5. Let's go through these plays here one more time for you. Number 1, Guardians first 5 plus half a run against the Yankees. Number 2, over 10, Mariners Red Sox. Would not play it any higher. Number 3, Astros money line against the Blue Jays. Right now, Astros around minus 115. Number 4, we like the Rangers around minus 110 on the money line against the Athletics. And then number 5 in the NBA, Rockets team total over 103.5. Go ahead, comment down below with your thoughts on those selections. Now go and pick up that 5% max bet in MLB, but not before you click that subscribe button. That is what keeps this content free of charge. Hope you enjoyed the show. Smash that like button if you did. I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the Power 5. Until next time, let's cash some tickets.